What's going on, gamers? I've killed Veraxis 50 times and got actually a ton of loot. Some pretty cool stuff, some pretty weird stuff. We're going to show that all to you, but first I want to show you how to get to Veraxis, the giant thresher, which reminds me of the raid boss kind of from the from Borderlands 2, actually. All right, so we are actually located just west of the fast travel station here in the starting zone at a, I believe this is called a auger cave. The way that you get to the auger caves is you have to complete the storyline that takes you through this whole area here. And once you do that, the little dwarf guy will give you access to these auger caves. This is actually the first one I've been to, so yeah, we're gonna run through the fight a quick 2 or 3 times. Sometimes it's harder than other times, and I actually got a cool tip for you guys in the event that you didn't know. So like right here, right, you notice that you can't open up and sell anything to this guy here. If you didn't know, you can look at all the junk on the ground and just press Q to junk it, and then you can actually sell the junk there, which is what we're going to do here in a second once I finish this up to find out how much money I've gotten from doing this. So right now I'm only at 10 million. So let's go ahead and fire this guy up here, and we're just going to murk him. And then I'm going to, after we kill him a couple times, I'm going to show you more or less the loot drops that he has. Okay, so there's one. And I highly recommend looting this chest afterwards, and this goes for any of the bosses that you're spam farming. Just simply because I've gotten 4 legendaries out of this one in this 50 runs that I've done here. So pretty simple, rinse and repeat. With Harlow, I pump them with 3 shots of our 5 shots that we get, just so that by the time I'm sliding back down again, I got my ult back again. We're pretty much rinse and repeat here. Oops, I hit him with 4 that time. But sometimes he's radiation, his radiation version, which he does have, like, you know, all the different versions or whatever. Looks like I killed him before, or didn't kill him fast enough here. Oops.
You know what? You just made me mad.
Okay. Alright, there we go. Alright, there's number 2, and one more time just for good measure. Yeah, occasionally he spawns a radiation version, and then there's versions of him. So the way that you could tell like what version that you get of him every time is it's up on the top right of his health bar. And you can get like corrosion, the I can't, and I have a hard time remembering what they're all called, but radiation, corrosion, shock, and incendiary, I guess is what it's called. Let's see how he doesn't have one here. He's just armored. I believe that symbol on top means that he's armored. But he got murked anyway. Alright, so there's 3 kills. Now we'll go through real quick the legendaries that he has given me, which, like I said, has been quite a bit actually. So let's just start with, holy crap, man. All right, so let's go through this here. So the very first one I got was the Slutty Strong Potato Thrower. This one is actually pretty freaking good. It shoots potatoes, and it has the airstrike feature, just like the one that we got from the giant mastodon boss yesterday. So this thing is super sick for an AR. Next, we got the Traveler's Extra Medium Nucleosynthesis shield, and this sucker gives you a ton of movement speed. I actually like this one a lot. When you're at full shield, you get super movement speed. The Bullseye Buoy I've gotten a couple of these here, a fire version and a version with a set bonus on it, Goo JFC. Not sure what that is 100%, but it's really cool that you can get different versions of this. But more or less, you throw this grenade and it just stays like stationary where you threw it at. And I assume like when things walk through it, you know, it blows up or whatever. So it's kind of cool, but also kind of weird. This one actually has a effect called nuke. Grenade damage increased by 31%, radius 62%, and grenade CDR is 25%. So that's pretty neat. The ricocheting dark beast. Here, I guess I'll show you what these things do. So first off, hold on. Let's do the potato thrower. So the potato thrower is this one here, and I've got two versions of this one, but you can see it literally shoots potatoes, and it does a pretty good amount of damage. It doesn't have an alt fire or anything. The dark ricochet guy is this guy here. It's a corrosion burst gun, and its secondary is a underbarrel shotgun. And this sucker cooks, dude. Like, big time cooks. Very, very good gun. Let's see here. So that was those two. So we've got the ricocheting dark beast, which I've got two versions of here. Oh, this is just the normal dark beast. 3590 on DPS there, 2626 here. So this one obviously does a lot more DPS, but this one has the ricochet ability, so there's that, kind of a trade-off. Next, I have this very interesting... Oh, hold on. First off, boom slaying. I feel like I've seen this sniper rifle before. Actually, no, I haven't, now that I think about it. So this one is super weird. It looks like a Gatling gun, right? That's the fire rate of the left click. It's pretty terrible. But if you switch to the alternate fire, it's literally a hand crank SMG. Look at that, dude. That's so sick. So sick. Not very effective, but just a really cool legendary, actually. All right, so we go back to recent here. All right, so next we've got actually got a Gravitar class mod, which was interesting. This is the first one I've seen. I've gotten a lot of class mods for every other class but mine, but this is the first legendary class mod I've gotten, which is kind of interesting. It puts me, when I use my ult, it puts me at 1 health, but gives me crazy fire rate and lifesteal. I don't really, you know, I'm still messing with it to see if it's really worth it or not, but it's definitely pretty interesting for sure. Next, we've got the manufacturing totalitarian onslaught. Let's see here. This one I have equipped as well, and this is the one that's the SMG that shoots just an astronomical amount of bullets extremely fastly, and they spin and twist and all that kind of stuff. So this one's actually pretty neat. I can't wait to just go kill normal mobs with this one. It doesn't work very good against the bosses, but I bet you it'll work pretty nasty against normal mobs. Okay, next. I'm telling you guys, we got a ton of legendaries from this dude. Okay, so here is, oops, hold on, recent. Okay, so this is the heavy ordnance that I was using. It's very interesting, and I still don't know really what's going on. Launches stationary projectiles that each fire a beam forward. So this is pretty weird, dude. Like, not gonna lie to you. So you can see it's just like firing these stationary laser beams, which is pretty freaking crazy, dude, if I have to say so. All right, and then we're about finished up here. So we've got another potato thrower here. It's not the slutty one, it's the vaccinated one. Let's see here. So this one has the alt fire as in the airstrike, which is pretty dope. But this one has just a gun shield, but does a ton more damage. ton more damage. And then we've got the atomic buoy, which is the nuclear stationary grenade. And we also have this new shield that when my shield is broken, it drops a shield buoy, which is essentially like a, if you ever played Apex, kind of like a Newcastle wall. When he like throws out the Newcastle wall, it's more or less just like a blue shield that you can stand behind. And this sucker gives you lots of power boosts, man. On armor segment filled, grant 13% gun damage for 5 seconds, and power booster when damaged, 30% chance to spawn a power booster that grants 20% gun damage for 5 seconds. So lots of extra damage coming out there for that guy. So that's pretty much the legendary runs. I'm going to run through real fast. How much money are we at right now? And I want to sell all this junk. We're at 10 million right now, so let me sell all this junk and see what we end up getting out of it all. I literally just opened this chest 2 seconds after talking to you guys, and we got another thing. I need to drop some stuff real quick. All right, what is this? Flanking Micronova Heavyweight. Bare knuckles on melee hit, consume an armor segment to grant 100% melee damage. Ugh, gross, dude. Not a fan of the melee damage stuff. Trigger a Nova, movement speed. Yeah. Okay. Well, at least we got, you know, another cool legendary, I guess. All right. The first jag of junk here is 2 million. Not bad. I will see if I've got, yeah, I've got a bunch of other crap in here that I'm going to mark for junk. Whoa. Whoa, why is it, hold on, why is it marking things above what I'm marking? Okay, hold on, something ain't right. You see that? It tried to mark my legendary. All right, rarity. There we go. Oh, it's doing it again. What the heck? Okay, that's a little sketchy. I don't know how much I trust that. Oh, and it's not letting me mark this one. Okay, we'll just have to right click it and junk it. That's fine. Weird. Little sketchy. Hold on. Sell, equip, no. What? What do you mean I'm trying to sell an equipped item? Oh, snap. Let's not do that. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, hold on. We're struggling here. Okay, I got it all sorted out. All right, sell more junk. I'm not gonna start the fight back up. I'm just getting all the money worth of crap here. All right, selling again. We got. Oh wow, it didn't even show me. What the heck? Okay. All right, so just got done selling everything, and we're actually only at 18 million. I kind of figured it'd be a lot more than that, so that's interesting. But yeah, 18 million, 6,000 iridium. Still haven't figured out what iridium's for yet. I'm assuming I just keep going on the storyline to unlock that stuff or whatever. But yeah, man, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys on the next boss farming video, I guess we can call it here. I'm gonna go find more of these caves. Y'all take it easy, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.